Well, a pleasant good afternoon, friends. Already in progress here live from Georgetown High School. I'm Rob Hibb. This is the 41st annual Jack Frost Tournament. It's Georgetown High School in their third game of this tournament. Lost by a close contest to Magnolia yesterday. Actually, the last game of the tournament last night. Defeated Christian Homeschool Ministries earlier today, and then here in the third game versus the Leander Lions, who, by the way, Leander, after the UIL enrollment numbers came out just a few days ago, Leander will drop back down to a 5A school. More than likely they'll end up in the Pflugerville schools, playing them in district. But there's a possibility they could drop back, and the old rivalry with Georgetown and Leander could be renewed, which would be exciting to see. We're just a few minutes in here, 5:29 to go in the first quarter. Georgetown leading Leander 2-0. Georgetown, of course, in the white jerseys, white shorts. Leander in the red jerseys, red shorts, and blue numbers. Baseline left side, that shot partially blocked. It was a good effort by Joseph Waring, and the Lions trailing 2-0, run it into the front court from left to right. Working on a crossover dribble for Leander, Sean Colbert. Back at the top of the three-point line is Meyer, back into the hands of Colbert. Good defense by Georgetown's Garrett Campbell. This pass, though, from the baseline to the three-point corner is no good. The offensive rebound, the shot up no good. Zach Meyer, though, rewarded for his efforts. Meyer will go to the line, shooting two. Foul is called on Georgetown's Joseph Waring. That's his first personal, second team foul. First free throw shot rolls in and out, no good for Zach Meyer, senior, standing tall at 6'4". Substitutions on the court for Georgetown as Aaron Bizzell will check in for the first time this afternoon. Aaron Bizzell alongside Dalton Kyle. Second free throw, no good either, so both misses there for Leander. Georgetown back to the left side, and Aaron Bizzell going on the baseline, and he was pushed out of bounds, so the foul is called. He's not in the act of shooting, so Georgetown will inbound the ball on their own side of the court. 4:44 to go. Eagles lead with the ball 2-0. It's been an exciting weekend of basketball here in this 41st annual Jack Frost Invitational Tournament. Other games being played at Southwestern University as well. Good opportunity for a lot of these teams to really find out where they're going to be as district play starting. Garrett Campbell, the feed to Aaron Bizzell, and Aaron on his knees. Ball goes out. Leander possession. Not a whole lot of scoring so far in this ball game. Georgetown with the only 2 points on the board, coming off of the fingertips earlier in this ball game of Landry Woods. Colbert in the backcourt, now into the front court on the right side. Working a left-handed dribble, passes to the left wing, back into the hands of Brandon Puckett. Noah Robledo, this shot up, no good. The shot fell in, but Georgetown taking the charge. Robledo called for the charge, and a foul there on Robledo. That is his first personal, second team foul for Leander. 3:52 to go here in the first. And back the other way, a whistle will blow this ball dead. A pushing foul on Leander. Called on Zach Meyer. It's a third team foul now for Leander. The first personal for Zach Meyer. Zach will head over to the bench. Substitutions, Devontae Youngblood checking into the game for the first time this afternoon. Brandon Puckett will head over to the bench as well. Georgetown inbounding under their own rim. This one almost turnover. Great job by Michael Sickles, the son of Mark Sickles. You'll hear Leander on SHM this season. Mark and Chuck Crazy will be on their call. Inside, right side, shot good for Spencer Coates. 2 points on the board, and the Eagles have a 4-0 lead here in the first quarter of play. Trying to drive inside the baseline is Robledo, guarded by two. Turnaround jumper good. The first basket for the Leander Lions will come off the fingertips of Robledo on the turnaround jumper. Near the baseline, 4-2 the score. Georgetown leads, 3:06 to go here in the first. Good feed from Garrett Campbell inside. Aaron Bazell, turnaround jumper, no good. Is put back good off the right side. And it's back to a 4-point advantage, 6-2 for Georgetown. 3 players now scoring for the Eagles. It's been a pretty rounded effort to start things. Robledo's shot missed the other way. Aaron Bazell with a rebound. He'll pass back to Garrett Campbell, crossing the Georgetown logo at midcourt from right to left. Behind the back dribble, crossover now. Picks up the dribble, passes over to Coates inside. Little give and go action. Aaron Bazell left side, good, and the domination starting. Aaron Bazell coming alive here for the Georgetown Eagles with 4 points. It's 8-2, 2:32 to go here in the first quarter. Timeout on the court. We'll step aside. This is ESHN Sports Broadcast Network. Back live from the campus of Georgetown High School, the 41st annual Jack Frost Tournament. 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Eagles with a 6-point advantage, their largest of the game. Leander with the ball trailing 2-8. Good defense by Bazell for Georgetown. Leander has not been able to find much penetration on the inside, and here the block, but maybe a foul. Chance Thiele coming over the top, swatting that one away, but he'll be called for the foul. Chance Thiele will pick up his second personal, the third team foul for Georgetown in the act of shooting. So going to the line shooting 2 is Michael Sickles. The first free throw off the right hand, bounces off the back of the iron and falls in. We'll hear from Mark Sickles here at halftime, talking a little bit about Leander this season and some of the other exciting things going on throughout the district. So, again, really looking forward to seeing how the new realignment will work in February. Those numbers came out just a few days ago. And in February, we will know exactly which district these schools will fall under. Every 2 years, the UIL realignment. Aaron Bazell on the left side fouled as he goes up for that shot. And they're going to say it was before the act of shooting, although he turned around and tried to put that in. And the ball goes out of bounds. There was no foul call. It just went out of bounds. It was off Leander. Spencer Coates to Bazell, right side. Again, the putback, missed both shots. And now a jump ball situation. Aggressive play here. You got to give credit to Aaron Bazell for his aggressiveness here in this ball game. Spencer Coates will head over to the bench. And coming into the game, back into the game for the second time, Landry Woods with 2 points here in the first quarter. Georgetown inbounding, leading 8-4. Deep pass all the way out to Cade Lachlan. Aaron Bazell at the top of the three-point line. Around the world we go to the right corner. Landry Woods, who just checked back in. Good ball movement here to the left corner. Joseph Waring, and a pass inside. The assist, Landry Woods. Getting his 4th point of the afternoon. Landry 2 for 2 from the field, and Georgetown with a 6-point advantage. Tying their largest lead of the game. 3-point shot from Leander the other way, no good. They get the offensive rebound. The jump shot no good from the free throw line, but a foul called as Georgetown had the rebound on the defensive side, and a foul called against Leander with 1:14 to go. Georgetown will have an opportunity to expand on their largest lead here at 6, 10-4, 1:14 to go. That foul moments ago on Leander, their 4th team foul called on Chris Loof. Aaron Bazell for the Eagles on the left side. Spencer Coates, a 3 from the corner. The shot well short. Actually, it was Cade Lachlan. And Lachlan was well short on that 3-point shot. Leander will have an opportunity back the other way. The shot bounces out, no good either. Aaron Brazell trying to corral the rebound, can't find it. And now on the court, Cade Lachlan. And a good effort there in the sportsmanship. Lachlan helping up Noah Robledo. The jump ball possession arrow will go to Leander with 46 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Georgetown with a 6-point advantage, 10-4. Again, appreciate you all joining us here on SHN Sports on our YouTube channel. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Stay up to date with the latest happening here all throughout SHN Sports. 40 seconds, shot missed by Leander. Cade Lachlan with the ball. Georgetown has an opportunity here with 31 seconds to build on their 6-point advantage. Joseph Waring back and forth touches to Aaron Brazell. Georgetown just going to run some clock here. They'll try to hold for the last shot of this first quarter. Coach Canfield directing Aaron Brazell to go to the corner of the three-point line. 12 seconds, clock ticking down. Joseph Waring into the hands of Woods. Finds Aaron Brazell, this shot no good. And the ball goes out of bounds, favoring Leander. They'll have the ball with just under a second. All you can really do here is throw it down the court and catch and shoot. Going to be difficult. Well, of course, Georgetown under third-year head coach David Canfield. Out of Lake Travis, appreciate. And the ball's going to actually stay with Georgetown here. The initial call was to Leander, so with half a second, the Eagles will have an opportunity. Touch and go, three-point shot. This one rolls out, no good. It was close for Joseph Waring. And the Eagles, after one, lead 10-4. We'll step aside for a few moments. Second quarter action coming up. This is the SHN Sports Broadcast Network. Pleasant good afternoon, friends. Welcome back to Georgetown, Texas. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Nathan Height. Cole Smith operating our camera for us here this afternoon in the 41st annual Jack Frost Tournament. We'll have the Georgetown boys game, of course. That's what you're watching right now. Georgetown Lady Eagles coming up at 7:30. If you're out there watching, we'd love to hear from you. Feel free to leave a comment on the YouTube stream. You can also text us on the SHN fan line at 512-522-9105. Again, that SHN fan text line is open at 512-522-9105. Georgetown will start things in the second quarter with a 6-point advantage, 10-4 on the left side of the court. Garrett Campbell checked back in to start things here in the second. Had a great game against Magnolia. Georgetown just fell short in that game yesterday. Started at 7:30. Lost by a couple, and that was it. Well, a foul called here against the Lions of Leander, going up for the shot. Going to the line, shooting two, Dalton Kyle. Dalton Kyle at the line, shooting two, the 6'1" senior here at Georgetown. Bends his knees, the right-handed free throw up and good at the bottom of the net. 1 for 1 now on his first free throw from the night. A foul called moments ago on Leander's Brandon Puckett, the 6'2" junior. That was his second personal 15 foul. 2 more fouls by Leander, and Georgetown will be in the bonus. Next free throw shot up, bounces off the front of the rim, and was not kind to him. It fell out on that one. So Kyle goes 1 for 2, his first point of the night. Georgetown with their largest lead now at 7. 11-4. Leander trying to find some life here in this second quarter. They only scored 1 point in the fourth. Or in the first, only 4 points, beg your pardon. Missed shot, Georgetown back with it. Campbell moves from right to left into the front court. Garrett Campbell over to the right corner. Landry Woods, who was in there earlier. That's actually Jace Knight. Had a chance to talk to Jace's mom a little bit earlier. Of course, Jalen Knight, a star player here at Georgetown under head coach Farney. Wishing her well if you're out there watching Jalen from Oklahoma. 11-4 the score. Georgetown trying to extend their lead, which is 7 at the moment, 6:33 to go. Jace Knight, a junior with the ball. Back over to Garrett Campbell, left-hand dribble. Finds Clay Thomas. Clay will take one dribble, passes back over to Garrett, and back they go. A little back and forth action here for the Eagles. Good defense, not allowing much penetration here on this possession by Leander for Georgetown, trying to get in. Feeding it between two defenders. Turnaround jumper, this one no good. Good effort there and a good look by Landry Woods, just wouldn't fall. Georgetown back the other way, fighting for it, and Garrett Campbell has it. But a foul is called against the Eagles. A pushing foul will be called against Dalton Kyle, a little bit too aggressive. Good energy there by Kyle, though, but a Leander player hit the deck, and Kyle will be called for the foul. That's the first personal foul for Dalton Kyle, fourth team foul for Georgetown here in the first half. Leading 11-4, Leander trying to cut into this deficit, 5:50 to go here in the second. Brandon Cano with the ball, checked in moments ago, top of the three-point line. He'll pass over to Sickles. Sickles trying to feed Robledo inside, turnaround jumper no good, the putback no good, a third effort good for Robledo. Well, when you stay after the ball, you've got an opportunity to put it in. Robledo there on his third time. 3 times the charm for Robledo. He's got 4 points. Georgetown leads 11-6, back on the left side. Garrett Campbell thought about a deep three and wisely picked that one up, looking for his teammate Clay Thomas. Thomas back over to Garrett Campbell. Campbell to the right corner. Trying to go baseline, looking for Woods. Woods has it, drops his pass over to Kyle. Kyle puts up the shot in the paint. It doesn't fall, he's fouled. He'll go to the line, shooting 2. Dalton Kyle at the line for the second time this evening. The foul was on Nathan Smith. That is his first personal, and the 16th foul for Leander. Georgetown will send Woods over to the bench alongside his teammate Dalton Kyle. That was not in the act of shooting, so the free throw's not coming, and Georgetown will inbound. Misses the shot, but Garrett Campbell there to clean it up. Tries to slice through defenders, and Campbell gets it knocked away. Leander has numbers 3-on-1, and they're not able to convert. And a travel called here against the Leander Lions. Travel was the call. The two teammates for the Lions got tangled up under their own feet. Sean Colbert alongside Michael Sickles. 4:37 to go here in the second quarter. Georgetown leads 11-6 with the ball on the left side. Clay Thomas to Garrett Campbell at the top of the three-point line, works a right-handed dribble. Not giving Garrett Campbell much separation at all. A little bit of a zone defense here with 2 up front for the Lions of Leander. They play 3 back. Campbell has it near the left wing. He'll back up to the top of the three-point line, trying to go to the right side. Good protection by Robledo. Back over to Garrett Campbell. Passes over to the right corner into the hands of Joseph Waring. Waring near that right wing. Finds Thomas. Georgetown running the clock here. Thomas back with the ball, trapped, gets rid of it finally, and back over to Thomas, the ball goes. Garrett Campbell working a right-handed dribble, he'll pick it up. Georgetown just trying to find an inch of penetration inside. They haven't been able to find anything yet. It's been a good defensive set here again for Leander, as they have started to clasp down a little bit. Georgetown forces one inside. It's tipped and turned over. Jace Knight not able to grab that one down. Leander trailing 6-11, 3:21 to go here in the second. Sickles will pass over to Smith. And near the elbow, now a three-point shot. This one at the bottom of the net, it's good for Sickles. Well, they may have only gave him 2, actually. Call it a 2-point shot for Sickles. That's his third. And now they put an extra one on it. Yep, it is. They gave him a 3. Sickles with that three-pointer moments ago. 11-9, Georgetown back the other way. The three-point shot no good by Spencer Coates. Leander coast to coast. This shot rolls in. Boy, it hung on the front of the rim and finally fell in for Sean Colbert. 2:32 to go. We are tied up 11 apiece. Georgetown led by as many as 7. And the zone defense working for Leander back the other way. Garrett Campbell works the dribble. He'll pass over to Joseph Waring. Waring over to the left side into the hands of Klay Thomas. Back up top to Waring. He's guarded by Robledo at the top of the three-point line. Campbell inside. Finds Jace Knight. Turnaround jumper. It's no good for Knight. Georgetown fighting. Going out of bounds. The ball, they knocked it back in as it was going out of bounds, but unfortunately not able to hold on to it. Leander the other way, slicing through traffic. That shot no good for Colbert. And the Eagles quickly back with the tempo. Campbell, left side, the assist, the shot good off the left side for Joseph Waring. Joseph picking up his first 2 points of the afternoon. And the Eagles regain the lead 13-11 with 1:32 to go here in the second quarter. Leander trying to get this game tied back up. Give them credit. This Leander Lion team only scored 4 points in the first quarter. They have put up 7 here in the second. Have done a great job against Georgetown, and off the right side of the glass, it's good for Zach Meyer, his first points of the game. He was 0 for 2 from the line, made that shot. 13 tied apiece. 1:04 to go here in the second quarter. Garrett Campbell has it at the top of the three-point line with a left-handed crossover dribble. Leander again showing the zone. Right side, that shot missed. Wide open was Knight, and maybe he didn't expect to be open that much. Not able to make the shot. Leander an opportunity to take the lead on the basket. Or a foul. 13 apiece, 42 seconds to go here in the second quarter. At top is Zach Meyer. Three-point shot from the right wing. This shot no good. It was short for Smith. Georgetown has the rebound. 31 seconds. Jace Knight one-on-one. Fakes Robledo. This shot up. It's no good. Fighting for the rebound. He's got it. Back inside the baseline from the paint. Right-hand jumper off the right side of the glass was no good for Klay Thomas. And with 15 seconds, the Leander Lions with an opportunity. Passing up on a three-point shot was Sickles. Kick it back all the way across court, left side, diving in. That shot no good, but going to the line, shooting 2 with 5.48 on the clock is Sean Colbert. Colbert at the line for the first time tonight. He's got 2 points. The junior standing at 5'11". So 2 shots coming up here for Colbert. Again, thanks for joining us this evening on SHN Sports. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. First free throw off the front of the iron and no good. For Sean Colbert. Georgetown will have just under 6 seconds after this free throw. If they can secure the rebound, they'll have an opportunity back the other way. Plenty of time to work with. But as for now, Sean Colbert trying to break the 13 tie with 5.48 here in the second quarter. One more shot for Colbert. Missed his first one. The right-handed free throw shooter. It's up on its way. This one rolls in and out, no good. An opportunity for the Eagles with 3, 2. Aaron Bazell takes the bounce. The shot at the buzzer, no good. I think Georgetown didn't get really set the way they wanted. And at the end of the first half, we're tied 13 apiece. It's been a defensive effort here in this game so far. Stay with us. We'll talk to Mark Sickles here in just a little bit. This is the SHN Sports Broadcast Network. Well, welcome back. We are live from Georgetown High School Gymnasium. Rob Hipp here. In just a few moments, I'll have Mark Sickles on.
as we normally use Mark's, well, the headset that Mark is using, we use that for our crowd mic. Get that plugged in.
There we go. You can hear us now, Mark.
Hey,
I use your mic as the crowd mic.
Oh, there we go. No, I'm on now. I got you.
Well, Mark, good to have you up here. Of course, from Leander, we said, you know what, we'll let you come over here, Mark.
Hey, I appreciate it. I'm in enemy territory right now, but no, this is all fun. It's good watching all these teams out here at this tournament, and it's a great job to, as you've seen out here, and we've seen on both teams, they're substituting a lot of players, getting a lot of people in, getting some people some experience before district play.
Absolutely. Well, Mark, it's been a privilege having you as part of our SHN family. You guys do such tremendous work at Leander. Of course, Leander, our first school alongside Georgetown, Eastview, and Jarrell. Actually, you guys came in year 2, but we'll still call it the founding school, even though it was a year after. But I got to tell you, man, just a wonderful community there. And here today, the sportsmanship between these two schools. Back in the day, this was a rivalry, Georgetown and Leander. When I was in school, we always looked forward to playing the Lions. They always beat us, but we always had a good time. Mark, your son plays at Leander. Talk a little bit about that and how special it is for you being his dad and being able to come to these games and watch your son play.
Yeah, it's really fun. Just getting here, I get to announce. I've been doing with SHN, doing some baseball and some basketball and football as well. And it's always fun watching these kids because I've coached them growing up. And, the families, I know the families and the kids, and especially Michael being a senior, he was voted one of the captains on the team and, playing really well right now and having a good time. But it's fun watching your son play his last year of high school basketball. Whether he plays down the road or not, we'll see. But, I have a younger one coming up too, so I'll be around for a couple years. But it's fun to call the games, and it's fun to watch all these players out here.
Absolutely. Well, it's always a blast here at Georgetown. For this Jack Frost tournament, as Mr. Jack Frost is walking by us right now. It's always good to see Mr. Frost here. We had a chance to talk with him yesterday, and he does such wonderful work here in the Georgetown community, taking care of these kids, and an educator here for so long. 41 years, Mark, that this tournament has been happening. That is simply phenomenal, and I'm sure you've been to some before, and it's always just a good atmosphere here in Georgetown for these tournaments.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, we've been coming for a couple years, and just the number of teams that come in from out of town, good fans on both sides, and it's just been fun watching a lot of the players, and you hear some of the names, some of the players that are talked about a lot, and see them in this tournament, and it's a great job, and it's a great tournament. It's well run.
Well, it's always been a lot of fun. Well, Mark, I wanted to talk to you. That first half, a defensive battle, 13 apiece. I don't know if we were going to expect that low of a score. Leander with Robledo and company, a pretty high-powered offense at times. Georgetown has had their moments here in this tournament. 13 apiece, I wouldn't have thought that would be the score here at halftime, Mark.
No, I thought it would have probably been a little higher myself knowing both of these teams. Robledo, he's, high prospect. He's had multiple double-digit games this season. My son Michael's had a couple 20-plus games this season so far. And, they have a good offense, but both teams are playing pretty good defense. And you'll notice that Leander played kind of a matchup zone that kind of switched to that halfway through the second quarter and really shut Georgetown down. It's kind of confusing if you're running the offense. You don't know if it's man or if it's a zone, and it really kind of confuses teams, and it got them set back a little bit. But Georgetown has done a really good job getting the ball inside. When they do that, they've been scoring. No one's really been hot from outside so far today.
Yeah, that's the way it's been. And I wanted to talk to you. The UIL enrollment numbers came out here recently. Leander is going to drop back to 5A. We still don't know what district they are going to be in. I think, in my opinion, that's such a positive thing for Leander because you're just a few numbers over, the past 2 years to be at 6A. It's very tough in 6A. It's going to be a lot more competitive now for the Leander Lions and a better opportunity for the kids there. Your thoughts on that?
I like it. Obviously, we'll know what the teams that come out, but I imagine we'll be with Cedar Park, Georgetown, some of the Pflugerville teams that we've played with, throughout the years. But going against some of the 6A schools, Leander was at 20. I think the cutoff, there were 9 kids above the cutoff last time. And now there are, according to the numbers, about 18 kids below the cutoff this year. So I'm looking forward to it. Football, it's a little bit different. They have the the 6A, 5A, they have the D1 and the D2. And, you can play at Lake Travis. You can play at Cedar Park. A lot of good teams in the area, all the way around basketball, football, baseball, the Round Rock schools, the Georgetown schools. So really competitive for basketball and baseball. I don't see much of a difference between the 5A and 6A, just the quality of kids and the number of people on the field or the court. But obviously football is a different animal.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, and you just alluded to Leander, possibly being in the Georgetown district alongside a Cedar Park, alongside a Pflugerville-Connolly, alongside a Pflugerville.
Right.
But
it'd be Pflugerville, I think, the Pflugerville,
some of those are moving.
Weiss, a couple of teams, and who knows? I mean, these were all numbers that just came out. I don't know if that's going to change a couple. Someone mentioned a rumor that some of the numbers may have been a little off on some of the teams, so until we get the final word. But I'm looking forward to it. I'd love to be playing Georgetown a lot if that's the case.
Well, we'll know coming up in February for sure who's going to be where and what's going to happen. Of course, SHN will have that coverage live from the Palace as we do every year there at Kelly Reeves, as it'll be the UIL realignment. 1:32 to go here. Mark, thanks for hanging out with us, man.
I appreciate it.
You want to hang out with us for the second half?
I can do that, but I'm filming my son. I'd be happy to if you want me to.
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay, sure.
Without messing you up.
Yeah, let me head down there. I'll be right back for the tip-off. Hold on.
Well, we'll step aside. We'll be back. This is SHN Sports. Yeah, are you? Welcome back live from the campus of Georgetown High School as we get started with third quarter action here in the 41st annual Jack Frost Invitational Tournament. As we talked about earlier, games going on here at Georgetown Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Also games going on across town over at Southwestern University. Mark Sickles is going to hang out with us here in the second half and give us a little perspective from Leander's side as well. Mark, good to have you, man. I appreciate you being here, man.
No, I appreciate it. No, this is fun. Glad you're here, and obviously SHN, and we're going to have fun. Yeah, I'm a little surprised as you are at the 13-13 halftime score, but it is what it is. But, yeah, a little bit cold from outside from both teams. But, I'm sure the coaches are working on things. And win or lose, it's great. You'd love to win, but I think they want to develop some of the kids.
In a lot of these tournaments and these, it's not really preseason, but it is a good opportunity to kind of get a good look at your kids, see where they're going to be, how are things going to shape up. Really important play, of course, before district play starts.
Yep, and that starts next week. So this is a good primer for that.
Leander will start this third quarter with the ball. They'll move from right to left in the red jerseys. Turnaround jumper against Garrett Campbell. It was a nice move there on the inside by Sean Colbert with 2 points. He's 0 for 2 from the line. Not able to make that one, though. Good defense by the Eagles. Moving back to the right side, Garrett Campbell. Passes in the backcourts to Coates. Top of the three-point line, moving it around. Back over the top is Chance Thiele. And Leander picking up right where they left off with that zone defense that worked so effectively starting in the second quarter.
Yeah, they'll switch to that every now and then. Good inside shot there. Nice rebound. But, but then they'll go to a man, and they're trying a couple different things out here, just like Georgetown's going to do. They'll go man. They may pop into a zone every now and then. And with the different kids going in, obviously the matchup zone that Leander knows so well and works so well, it's hard to teach. It takes about a year or two to actually understand all the intricacies of that, and you'll see some players out there struggling, but it'll get better as the season goes on.
Well, Thiele had the point for Georgetown earlier, and there is Robledo picking up his basket on the other end. Robledo, his 6th point of the afternoon, the junior standing at 6'6". Georgetown back to the right side. Looking over to that left wing with a right-handed dribble is Spencer Coates. Georgetown still trying to find penetration inside. They had it in the first quarter. Leander's defense have stepped up here, not allowing Georgetown to find much on the inside. They may have to rely on their outside shooting. Garrett Campbell, who had a great game against Magnolia. Georgetown only lost that game by a couple. They had an opportunity to send it to overtime with under half a second in the game. A foul was called on a three-point shot. The Eagles went to the line shooting 2. A 3 here. This shot off the back of the iron, no good. Georgetown with the rebound. My goodness, as Spencer Coates came flying out of nowhere for that rebound. Garrett Campbell will kick this ball out to the right side to Joseph Waring. And now another three-point opportunity. This one no good as well by Chance Thiele.
Yeah, both teams a little bit cold from 3 so far in this game.
As we are still tied here, 15 apiece, almost 3 minutes gone, 2.5 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Leander with the ball. And
looks like there's going to be a foul.
Pushing foul against the Eagles. Some folks, I heard them yell travel over there. Not going to get that call. He was pushed. Reason it looked like a travel is he got pushed. That is the second personal foul for Spencer Coates. The first team foul for Georgetown here in the second half. Leander yet to commit a foul here in this quarter. Robledo left side, good and one. Oh, mama, what a play by Robledo on that left side. This is a young man, Mark, that, of course, you know him well, seeing him grow up. Only a junior, he's only going to get better.
Yeah, he can play inside and outside, and he has a height at about 6'5", 6'6", to play inside. He's very athletic and go left to right, and can also shoot the 3 and play perimeter as well.
The and one opportunity, and the free throw is good by Robledo. He is leading all scorers with 11 points here in this ball game. The only player in double digits, 18-15. Leander with their largest lead of the night, coming with 5:15 to go here in the third quarter. As the Eagles will bring it into the front court. From left to right, Spencer Coates over to Campbell. Back to Coates. Campbell, a little touch and go action here. Hot potato. Left wing, looking inside, wide open Georgetown player, and that shot is missed by Landry Woods. He has 4 points, made a couple of those earlier. And around the back, nice move, and Georgetown defense getting back Sean Colbert. This is a 3-point shot for Leander Sickles, and that shot no good. Made one earlier in this ball game.
Yep.
And also a free throw.
Yeah, I think he has 5. Robledo has, 11? If that, maybe I could be wrong, or a little more than that. But, yeah, I mean, Leander kind of lives and dies by their 3 points. And move it in, kick it out. And both teams, I mean, like I've talked about a little bit, both teams seem to be missing their 3s right now. But, one of these teams can get hot very quickly.
I always joke around here at the gymnasium. There's big air conditioner vents. I think they may have turned on the AC, and it blows the ball around up there. 15-18, Georgetown trailing with 4:20 to go here in the third quarter. Campbell calling direction to his teammate, telling him to move down, trying to move the ball around, and a great play on the defensive side for Sickles for Leander.
Yeah, Colbert, he's new to Leander this year, the point guard, and he's still learning a lot of the offensive plays, but he's doing a good job bringing the ball up and distributing.
Whistle here before the shot, out of bounds, and it's Georgetown basketball. Well, Mark, Clint Bradley has done such a wonderful job over the years here at Leander. He's been a tremendous asset to the community and done a great job with these kids. And you talk about the leadership from the coaching position. It starts there and moves down. Leander's always been a great community with great staff, and been a lot of fun to have you guys on the network the past few years and watch some of these kids grow up, quite frankly. 3-point shot, Bazell, that one no good.
Yeah, Bradley does a great job with this team, and he doesn't put up with a lot of bull, doesn't put up with a lot of attitude either, and runs a tight ship, and I think all the players appreciate that. Robledo with the nice bucket off the glass, but I know a lot of players have come back and they've said to the coach, and hey, I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you taught us that way. I'm glad you preached that to us, because he's not only teaching them basketball, but teaching them good lessons in life as well.
I gave Robledo an extra 2 points a while ago. That will put him in double digits now. He had 9, 11 now for Robledo. 30-second timeout on the court. Georgetown trails by 5, 15-20 here in the 41st annual Jack Frost Tournament. We'll keep things right here. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. And by the way, if you're out there and you're maybe a Leander fan tuning into this game and you're wanting to know, how can I hear the lines this year? How can I see the lines this year? Go to shnsports.com/basketball. It's going to be a lot more simpler this year, as we will not list each individual game as they happen. There is a YouTube channel set up, and it will go right to the coverage. And the video games more than likely will be password protected like they were last year. and we'll double check that.
Yep, that's the game plan this year for Leander. They will have the videos password protected.
Garrett Campbell too far on the three. The put back off the right side, good by Georgetown's Dalton Kyle. That's his third point. He was 1 for 2 from the line. Give him a bucket there, and it's 3 for Kyle, a 3-point Leander Lion lead, 20-17. 3 minutes to go here in the third.
Yeah, a couple substitutions for Leander. Loof and Youngblood are in.
3-point shot here for the Lions off the front. Well, these threes, as you said earlier, have not been falling for either team.
Nope, they have not, and that's the difference from some of the games that we've seen earlier between these two teams. A lot of high-scoring games. It's really gone to a lot of the three-point shots now for high school, and if you're not making them, then you're probably not going to win the game.
Ball out of bounds here. It goes off of Georgetown. I thought for a minute they were going to say it went off Leander, and that's not the case. I saw it clear as the sky.
They are saying it actually went off of, I think, Robledo's foot. So I thought it went off of a Georgetown player as well, but oh well.
See, that's why I like having you up here, Mark. I get a little excited, you get a little excited. I get a little down, you get a little down. It's a different angle for both of us here. I know Chuck will be on the games. You'll be on the games this year. It's going to be a lot of fun hearing you guys, and I can't wait to get that going. We're starting next week already.
Yeah, next week. It's coming up quick.
Aaron Bazell on the right side for Eagles. Spencer Coates back over to Aaron Bazell. A three for Bazell. That one off the front, no good. And that three-point rim continues to deflect basketballs tonight.
Euro ball is not working tonight.
Leander back on the left side with the 20-17 lead. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Nice drive and a whistle.
Yeah, Brandon Puckett going in strong on that and got knocked to the ground. He'll go to the line.
For Georgetown, that is Chance Tilley, his third personal team foul for the Eagles. And going to the line, shooting two for Leander, the junior standing at 6'2", Brandon Puckett, looking for his first points of this ball game. A right-handed free throw shot at the bottom of the net, good. Georgetown substitution as Garrett Campbell will head over to the bench alongside Chance Tilley. Next free throw shot for Puckett is up, and that one good as well.
Yeah, you'll see number 31 jogging down the court right now, 6'8", Chris Loof. He's a sophomore. Young guy. Obviously, he's only played a couple years of basketball, but shown a lot of improvement so far over the last month or two of playing under Coach Bradley.
5-point advantage for the Lions. Georgetown trails 17-22 with 1:48 to go here in the third quarter. Ball around Dalton Kyle, who checked in moments ago. Good ball movement here. Baseline, Bazell, left side. It's no good, but he'll go to the line, shooting two.
Yeah, good job getting the ball inside and going up strong. Gets to go to the line, takes two free throws, trailing by 5 right now.
Yeah, Loof called for the foul there. That is his second personal, Leander's second team foul. The first shot by Bazell, up and good. That's his first free throw of the night. He's 1 for 1. And I believe Coach Canfield will call a quick 30-second timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds as well. 18-22, Eagles trail at the line for one more free throw. When we come back, this is the SHN Sports Broadcast Network. Next free throw for Bazell, up and good. And the Eagles trail by 3, 19-22. Aaron Bazell 2 for 2. He has 6 points on the evening. Leander back the other way. Georgetown showing a little bit of pressure. Leander able to work out of it. The Lions. Meyer Drops this pass over to Kano. Back up Youngblood. Georgetown able to strip this one away.
Yeah, lots of people falling all over the court tonight. We've seen a lot of collisions out there, a lot of friendly fire, and people going down.
Spencer Coates, deep pass all the way across to Cade Lachlan, back to Coates. And Coates will reset, standing right near that Jack Frost Tournament logo. A lot of ball movement here, but again, I talked about it earlier. There hasn't been anything inside the paint for Georgetown since the first quarter. The Eagles jacks up a three-point shot. That one good from the right corner. It was off of the fingertips of Tilly. 5 points, and the Eagles tie it at 22 apiece. Apologize, the scoreboard says halftime. It's definitely not halftime. It's the third quarter.
Yeah, just going over what we were talking about a little bit off the air, this tournament, the one thing that's nice about it isn't a simple double elimination tournament. You have 3 pool games that you play, and basically they take the first seed in each pool, put it in the top bracket, the second seed in each pool, the second bracket, third seed, and so on. So depending on how competitive you want to be, do or die every game or work on things, you're going to be playing minimum of 4 games. And if all teams will play tomorrow, and then after that, then they'll nice feet inside. Then they'll have another optional game at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. So lots of basketball here for all the kids.
Robledo 13 points, leading all scores. The Lions back up by 2. The Eagles with 6 seconds on the clock. Over to the left side, it's good defense by Leander. This shot up, it's no good. But Georgetown will go to the line, shooting 2 with just under a second to go.
Yeah, they've been more aggressive this second half, going in and into the paint and taking it to the hoop.
It is Aaron Bazell at the line. It was 2 for 2 this evening. First free throw rattles in, good for Bazell. Mark, I kind of quiet down because it gets quiet in here. Now if it's Leander, I'll talk loud still, Mark. Next free throw from Bazell up. That one rattles in as well. 4 for 4 from the line for Aaron Bazell, and the Eagles tie it at the end of 3. We pick up right where we left off starting in the second quarter. It was 13-13 going into halftime. 11 points apiece for both of these teams here in the third. We'll start the fourth quarter in just a moment. Stay with us, friends. SHN Sports coverage of the 41st Annual Jack Frost Tournament continues on the SHN Sports Broadcast Network. Welcome back to Georgetown High School. It's the Georgetown Eagles, Leander Lions, all tied up 24 apiece, under 8 minutes. Better be under 8 minutes. We just started here in the fourth quarter. Garrett Campbell will bring it in the front court from left to right for Georgetown. Looking inside, Jace Knight, and a travel called here. And it's Leander basketball. Not the way you want to start if you're the Eagles.
Yeah, Leander looks like they've switched to a man-to-man defense right now, so they're trying a few different things. Both teams are.
Coach Bradley very methodical with the way that he coaches, keeping a stern eye on his players. Oh, and a little push foul here called against Aaron Bazell, and Georgetown fans aren't happy, and Aaron just kind of glances over and turns his head the other way. He knows not to inbound under his own rim. On the left side of that rim on the right side of the court.
Ooh,
pass. And Robledo called with a foul there. That pass went all the way up in the air. Aaron Bazell had to jump up for it, and Robledo up in the air. Foul called on Robledo. That is his third personal, Leander's fourth team foul. Bazell will inbound in the backcourt to Garrett Campbell across the Georgetown logo at center court. To the right side, left-handed dribble. Finds Cade Lachlan, and now Bazell.
Oh, that looked pretty clean from this angle, but called it a foul.
Bazell will go back to the line. Yeah, Sean Colbert there with the foul. And that is his first personal. 5 team fouls for both teams now here in this fourth quarter in the second half. And Bazell at the line shooting 2. He's 4 for 4. First free throw shot off the right hand. See, I talked too loud on that one, Mark, is what happened.
Ball don't lie on that, huh? That's what we always say. Ball don't lie.
4 for 5. Aaron Bazell at the line. Trying to split the pair here. Bends his knees. Right-handed free throw shot off the front. No good. We thought maybe it would lie just a little bit.
Hey, I guess it wasn't a foul.
24-26. Leander with the lead by 2. 6:34 to go here in the fourth quarter. Robledo. A little bump there, and it goes out of bounds. Georgetown basketball.
Yeah, a little frustration by Coach Bradley on that errant pass, but they'll learn from it.
Campbell will bring it into the front court, into the hands of Bazell. Thought about trying to work through a high. We haven't really seen a lot of screens. I was just going to mention right there for Georgetown that Landry Woods trying to set up a high screen, and that's the first one that I've seen all evening, to be honest. And there's another one. Baseline, left side, shot good! Dalton Kyle finds the lane on the baseline, and the Eagles tie it 26 apiece here in the fourth quarter. 5 points for Kyle. And back the other way, Aggressive move by Colbert. Just a little too strong. Georgetown wants to run. Bazell will slow things down. Over to Garrett Campbell, top of the three-point line. Back into the hands of Kyle. Finds Bazell. Baseline, left side, it's partially blocked, gets his own rebound, not able to put it back up.
Here we go.
Credit Meyer. Robledo the other way, basket good.
Yeah, I've seen a couple dunks throughout the tournament. Thought he was going to put one up there, but good defense getting back. Robledo couldn't finish with the dunk, and Leander's up by 2 right now, 28-26.
Well, Greg Brown III at Vandergrift, a 6A school, putting on a clinic yesterday. That young man had 3 or 4 dunks within the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, we've played him over the past couple of years and been pretty competitive games. And, he kind of gets off and he'll put up, 20 or 30 on you and 5 or 6 dunks in the first half, without even blinking.
Great defense there by Sickles, knocking that one away. Goes out of bounds off of his fingertip. Georgetown will inbound on their side, Jace Knight. Passes to the left side, Garrett Campbell near the half-court line. Takes a left-handed dribble. The bounce pass over to Bazell. Georgetown trying to feed inside Landry Woods. Not much on it.
That's been successful tonight for them. Once they get it inside, they do have a little bit of a size advantage on their post players.
Bazell thought about that 3 and decided not to take it, and Georgetown will just continue to work the ball around here. 4:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Eagles trailing 26-28. Woods. And a foul called here on Sickles as Dalton Kyle is in the inside, and that is the 6th team foul. Not in the act of shooting. One more will put Georgetown in the bonus. And Sickles with his second personal. Again, 6 team fouls for the Leander Lions. Heading over to the bench for the Eagles, Landry Woods. Garrett Campbell looks for Spencer Coates on the baseline. Back over. Campbell, corner 3. Up. Good! Garrett Campbell finding life from the three-point corner, and the Eagles take a 1-point advantage, 29-28. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, that was a good shot over there in the corner. They had it inside, kicked it out, and drained the three-pointer. They've actually hit a couple in a row here. Georgetown seems to be picking up the three-point percentage. Leander's had a couple breakaway opportunities and been 1 for 2 so far, but their three-pointers are still a little bit off right now.
29-28, 42 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Been a fun one. If you like close games, which most folks do, you don't want to see them get blown away. It's not very fun. This one's been a good one, Mark.
Yeah, it's been competitive. Not a high-scoring game, but it's been fun to watch. But yeah, both teams see what their records are tonight, and then they'll reset tomorrow, and they'll play at either like 8, 11, or 2 tomorrow, depending on their how they finish tonight.
Wanted to send a special shout-out to former Georgetown High School basketball player. When I first started calling basketball here at Georgetown, King Caden Herbert joining us from Arizona. Appreciate you, Caden. Hope everything is going great, young man. Got to see Caden on television for one game. In fact, I think he hit a game winner, if I'm not mistaken, just a couple of years ago. Appreciate you, Caden. 29-28, 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Leander with the ball. A basket here would take the lead. Puckett has it. Pass to Robledo, and it's knocked around. Georgetown wants to run. Coates in the front court. Up too strong off the left side. And Sickles of Leander with the rebound. And now back the other way. Leander wanting to run. One-on-one, left side. Shot no good, no call. And the Eagles back with it. Well, they're just letting them play here.
Yeah, lots of contact, and I've seen that it's been pretty consistent through most of the games that I've watched so far. They're letting them bang around inside.
Right side shot good for the Eagles off the fingertips of Dalton Kyle. That is his 5th point of the afternoon, and Georgetown with a 3-point advantage, 31-28, 3:19 to go in the fourth. Talking about Caden Herbert. Went to Emory-Riddle College. And
see, that's what's frustrating. You see him bang around inside and get knocked down, no call, then a little ticky-tack touch foul out here, putting a hand out. That's what's kind of frustrating for the players, I think, knowing, hey, are you letting us play or are you not?
31-28, 3-point advantage. The Lions of Leander. 3 minutes again, trailing 28-31. Sickles to Meyer. 18 fouls, or actually 16 fouls apiece for either team. Bounce dribble, Puckett. Canfield directing his players, standing up. Nice move from Leander. It's waved off and called a travel. Took a step before the dribble. Tough break there because it was a nice shake and bake by Sean Colbert. Georgetown with an opportunity to extend their 3-point advantage. 31-28, 2:34 to go here in the fourth quarter. As Sumner will bring it in the front court from left to right. Aaron Buzzell. Back up top to Chance Thiele. Buzzell back with it, guarded by Puckett near the 3-point line at the top. Right-handed pass to Campbell. Good ball movement here. Buzzell trying to work around a defender. Boy, it's been maybe 1 or 2 dribbles and then a pass here for the Eagles. And now inside, right side, flip and dip. That shot no good for Waring, but the Eagles with the rebound, it's Spencer Coates. Georgetown will get another opportunity.
Yeah, they've done a really good job getting those rebounds, offensive rebounds. Leander hasn't done a very good job of blocking out. And with 1:40 left, up by 3, they may just try and run this game down.
That makes you wonder, too, Mark, and I've always wondered, will we ever see a shot clock here at the high school level? I think eventually we're going to.
I wouldn't mind. We actually played earlier over at Concordia. They had the shot clock. It was different for the players because then they're looking up and their offense, they kind of run a lot slower than what you would see in the pros or in college or anything like that. But I actually wouldn't mind it because, some of the games you see here, they'll be running around for a minute and a half, 2 minutes before they even try and make a, run towards a bucket. So I guess if that's your style of play, it'll work against you. But I actually would like to see it. More shots, more opportunities for both teams.
Moments ago, Sickles called for his 3rd personal, and that is in the bonus. And on the front end, Buzzell makes the first one. The second free throw up, and that one rolls in and out because I said something about him making the first one. That's what happens, Mark. 32-28, 1:25 to go. Leander trailing with the ball from right to left. The Lady Eagles coming up next here on SHN Sports. Make sure to go to shnsports.com/basketball as we will have the updated link for that ball game shortly after this one is over. Timeout on the court. We'll step aside for a moment as well. Stay with us, friends. Eagle basketball on the SHN Sports Broadcast Network continues in just a few moments. Welcome back, friends. We're live from Georgetown High School. 1:18 to go here in the fourth quarter. Georgetown leading 32-28. Leander with the ball. They're inbounding on the left side. An opportunity here for the Lions. They've got to start moving quickly. The ball into the hands of Sean Colbert, who has 2 points here this afternoon, guarded by Garrett Campbell on that right wing. Sickles back over into the hands. And a foul called here, and Garrett Campbell, that's what he's known for here at Georgetown, taking charges. And he takes one there. He had 2 in the game versus Magnolia last night.
Yeah, good job getting in front. Colbert was driving to the basket, and I may have called it differently, but, you know, I'm on the other side of the mic from the Georgetown team and the Georgetown fans, but I would have called that differently.
See, that's what's unique here, too, because the Eagles Nest, where we typically broadcast from, is on the visitor side. And here at Georgetown High School, our friends from the Sun City Eagle Boosters join us here on the visitor side. It's a little bit intimidating here if you're a visiting team, Mark. It's the Georgetown Eagle home court advantage.
That's
we
right.
Call it. Georgetown inbounding Campbell as Leander showing pressure in the backcourt. They've got all 5 of them now starting to move. That's going to leave one open for the Eagles, and Chance Thiele thought about going in and wisely brought it back out to run some clock. That's a heads-up play by Thiele. A lot of times you'll see students just go in and try to make that shot. Spencer Coates, Aaron Bazell back there, Spencer Coates turning it over. That's what I was talking about. Move the ball around. You've got the lead. Time is your friend. And right there, Georgetown not able to do anything. Sickles able to save that ball. Almost went out of bounds. Robledo with 2 defenders on him, and he'll get the foul called against him. It may have been on Coates. And that will be the 7th team foul. So the front end of the bonus now for Robledo. He'll go to the line on a 1-and-1 opportunity, as there will be a substitution as well, I believe, here in just a few moments. Devontae Youngblood about to check in here in a few moments. The foul is on Spencer Coates. It is his 3rd personal, 17 fouls for the Eagles. Front into the 1-and-1. Rolls in and out, no good. That rim has been like that here for all of these players throughout this tournament.
Looks like Georgetown called timeout. 26 seconds left, up by 4. Tight game here, but they have the ball, the advantage, obviously. Leander will probably foul them, put them at the line.
I think here, going back to that last play for the Eagles, I commended Chance Thiele as he had an opportunity to go in and score, and he decided, you know what, if he would have missed that, that would have been a quick turnaround for Leander. He wisely pulled the ball back. Then after a few passes, the ball goes into the hands of Spencer Coates. He tried to force one to Aaron Bazell. That ended up resulting in a foul back the other way, and good for Georgetown that Robledo missed that, because that could have been points there.
Yep, would have been, if he makes both of those, 2-point game.
Well, again, friends, thanks for joining us. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Mark Sickles, working alongside Chuck Cracy as the voices of the Leander Lions this season for their basketball games. So all the Leander fans out there that may be joining this one, thank you for joining us. Even though we broadcast for Georgetown here in this tournament, you will be able to catch Leander Lion basketball all season long for district games, home and away, at shnsports.com/basketball. Mark decided to tell everybody that listens he will send you a free pizza this year. I'm just kidding, Mark. You're about to say, wait a minute, I didn't say that.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'll put it on the SHN dime, so no problem.
32-28. Eagles will inbound, full pressure for Leanders. They've got 5 in the backcourt. Georgetown trying to get into the front court. Leander trying to foul, and they finally get it. Backcourt violation. Great effort there by the Leander Lions as Brandon Puckett.
Oh, no, he's saying that Georgetown called a timeout. Wow, a little bit of home cooking.
There was some good cooking over in that media area over there, Mark. I should have brought your SHN badge. We could have got you in back there for some fajitas.
Yeah, I saw that through the glass. I was in the other gym earlier today saying, how do I get in over there? And I was looking through it, said, not an entrance. And I think my wife, Melissa, said, I think that's for the coaches over there. And I was looking through. We were in the stands and kind of a far-off view. But I was like, yeah, that looks pretty good in there. So.
Well, Chris Rodriguez of Tejano Cookers catering the chicken fajitas for the volunteers and the coaches here today at the Jack Frost Tournament. I'll give Chris a shout out. He has been a tremendous asset to this community. In fact, when I started my IT business that I sold last August, Chris was my neighbor 15 years ago with his business before he got into catering. And I got to tell you, that man knows how to cook. Under 20 seconds to go, Georgetown, as Mark said, with a little home cooking, we'll get the ball back here. Inbounding the ball. Thiele all the way over to Garrett Campbell. Leander's got a foul, and they finally do, as Puckett will get a hand on Garrett Campbell. And with 13 seconds remaining here in the game, Garrett Campbell will go to the line shooting 2. It's kind of a situation yesterday with Georgetown trailing Magnolia, and there was about 50 seconds, and they ran about 20 seconds off the clock before they committed the foul. And
wow,
you've got to get there sooner.
Yeah, Campbell. I think they try and go for that quick steal. If you don't get it, then you got a foul. But, they burned about 10 seconds off that clock that they probably could have used.
Well, Garrett Campbell missing a critical free throw. Robledo for 3. This one is no good. Good effort. And a foul called back the other way on Aaron Bazell as Puckett was trying to put it in. So that'll send Puckett to the line shooting 2 with 3 seconds to go. Could get a little bit interesting here. It'll be a 2-point if he can make both of these, a 32-30 game. Puckett, of course, got to make the first ones here, and they've got to foul immediately. Trailing 28-32. Puckett's free throw. I thought it was in the act of shooting, but they say it was a 1-and-1. He makes the first one, so good shot there by Puckett. Timeout called by head coach Clint Bradley for Leander. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, I mean, this is where do you want to try and miss this one to get the rebound to go back up, or do you want to make it, then try and foul? 3 seconds, basically, all they have to do is throw it into midcourt, and, big game's basically over. So, he makes this one. They're still down by 2. You can try and do a quick foul, put them at the line, but the time's going to run off the clock pretty fast. Or, hey, let's try and miss this free throw and see if we can get a, 2 and put 2 up and get a foul and try and go back to the line. So I'm sure Bradley's talking to them about that.
It's kind of going back to the Georgetown-Magnolia game yesterday, Mark. It came down to the wire. Georgetown, I was talking earlier, Spencer Coates was fouled with just under a second to go from the three-point line. If he would have made all 3 free throws, it would have been a tied game and went into overtime. Georgetown trailed in that game and came back. Well, unfortunately, Coates missed the first free throw, made the second one, and then he did just what you just said. He threw the ball at the rim. Georgetown tipped it, and it rolled out of the rim. It was literally inches from the back of the iron from falling in. I say inches, more like millimeters.
Yeah.
And it would have been overtime. You never know.
Yeah.
It's not over until the last second goes off the clock, the last millisecond. So we'll see what the strategy is here, Mark. Did he hear you from up here?
I don't know. We'll find out right now.
He did.
Yep, try to do
Throws it up. Robledo over the back.
Oh.
And is that a foul on Georgetown or Robledo? Robledo was the one that came over the back on that one. And maybe some some visitor cooking going on here.
Some visitor cooking on that one. I like that call. That was a great call.
Robledo was the one that went over the back, and he'll go to the line. Well, why not?
I love watching the fans. You see some of them go crazy on that call. Others over here are not. Then it's a flip-flop on the next call. But
why not?
Yeah.
Hey, let's just make it a little interesting
There
here.
you go. See if he can make one and then see if he can miss the next one.
Let's see what Robledo does here on the front end. 9 team fouls for Georgetown, so it will be a 1-and-1. Robledo makes the first one. Getting interesting.
See, the problem is a lot of these kids are zing the ball, throw it as hard as they can, laser at the rim. I remember in college we used to play this game where you'd flip it up off the back, off the rim, and it'd pop up.
Here he goes. He is going to bounce this one off.
Oh.
And Georgetown, nice box out, and that will do it.
Yep.
The Eagles victorious 32-30. A nice, interesting ending here in this one. Appreciate all the Leander fans. Mark, thank you for being up here, man. Excited about this coming up season. I can't wait
thanks,
to
Rob.
hear you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun season of basketball, that's for sure.
We'll step aside for a few moments. We'll try to get an interview with head coach Canfield as well as our SHN Sports Player of the Game, Aaron Bazell. Of course, Community Spotlight will get those interviews first. Wow, 5 minutes coming up. So we'll step aside. We'll be right back. This is the SHN Sports Broadcast Network. Thanks, Mark. Friends, again, welcome back as there's a special presentation alongside Mr. Jack Frost presenting the 41st Annual Jack Frost Tournament. We'll get an interview another time here with Canfield as well as Player of the Game. We did name Aaron Bazell as our SHN Player of the Game. But due to this presentation, we will wait until another game. Your final, again, this afternoon, Georgetown victorious over Leander here in the 41st Annual Jack Frost Invitational Tournament. We'll see you in a few moments. Make sure to go to shnsports.com/basketball for the Georgetown girls game. We'll see you, friends, as I end every broadcast reminding you tonight we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there tonight needs you. Good night. God bless from Georgetown. We'll see you in a few moments for the girls game. shnsports.com/basketball.